Everybody, and welcome back to my weekly update video thing. This one will be for the 9th of December, I believe, episode 15. I don't really know what to talk about. Finals are coming up, I guess. Yay. Haven't had a whole lot of traffic on the newer videos, but I will be trying out some new series, probably Don't Starve, Shipwrecked. I've been wanting to do that since I first heard about it, and apparently it's basically out, so the beta's out. Don't know a whole lot about it other than that monkeys are a pain in the ass and poison's broken at the moment. So it should be fun. I do have a list of other games that I'm kind of planning on doing. So that should be something to look forward to, I hope. I think I mentioned the mock interview, but I know I mentioned the senior project kind of proposal presentation. It's not the finished presentation, it's more of, mine was basically just a cost analysis and a basic rundown of what I'm doing. So that went pretty well. I threw the PowerPoint together the night it was due. He had us send it in by 5 the previous night, so he could bring it up on his laptop so there wouldn't be a bunch of faffing around with the projector. But unfortunately, near the end of it, my mom called me. And I had told her at least 3 times the night before, not just like a while before, night before, that I had a presentation at 4. Of course, she doesn't even just text me, and then just wait for a little while. She just straight up calls me right at like 4:15. So that was magical. But since it was one of the later ones, the only people that came were ones that came for, well, one person that came for I'm guessing the attendance thing, probably because there were only 2 of us in that slot, so we didn't need to wait for the entire hour to get credit for that. And then I think 2 people who I know personally and just wanted to see my presentation, and then the other person that was in the slot, and then 2 professors who know me pretty well. It's a pretty small school, so the one was the professor for the course, and the other one was a professor who really likes me. So yeah. Strangely enough, though, most other students really don't like that second professor. And I think I know the reasoning for it, but it's not that he's a bad professor. They think he's a bad professor, but he really isn't. I think I've mentioned before, I transferred from an engineering school. It was kind of a last minute thing because of health and financial aid problems. And this school, it doesn't have engineering, it's engineering tech, so everything really is significantly easier. There's not a whole lot of critical thinking in comparison, and the math is, well, much more basic. To put it into perspective, often the most difficult questions, the most difficult time that I have on the homework is figuring out, well, do I actually figure this out, or is there just some equation that I'm supposed to plug it into, and sure enough, there almost always is just a basic equation. It's like an approximation equation that I need to plug it into rather than solve it mathematically like I would have needed to in engineering school. So yeah, his whole background seems to have been in engineering. This is his second or third semester here, so he's kind of getting in the transition, but most of the time he just kind of expects students to think critically and basically do engineering problems. I mean, he's in kind of an awkward transition stage where it's not really full engineering problems and questions that he gives, but he still expects more than they're used to. So they hate that he's so unforgiving and difficult when he's not that unforgiving or difficult. For instance, last semester, one of the courses that I had with him, he gave a research paper assignment that was just completely extra credit. 10 points on your final average, not the grade of the final exam, but like if you got an 86 in the course, you would get a 96 after if you got a full 10 points on that. Guess what I got? I didn't get 10 points. I got 11 points out of 10 on an extra credit assignment. I got extra credit on an extra credit assignment with someone who everyone seems to think is the most difficult person ever. Some underclassmen I heard complaining about how he'll mark off even if you forget these little things. Well, I mean, if you forget something, that's something that you should have had in it. Yes, you should get points deducted from it. I don't understand these people. They just make no sense. But anyways, back to the channel. Kind of. I'll stay talking about school for a little bit. So today, I'm recording this Monday morning. I have another presentation for a little research assignment for an instrumentation course. So it was basically just, I've mentioned it before. It's basically, the premise is you work for a company. That company wants to pick up another device to manufacture and sell. And there was a little bit of humor in it. That was basically the head of the company asks some other important person, who asks some head of engineering, who asks the lead engineer, who asks the project engineer, who asks you to do a little research thing and write a technical paper for it. And that's another thing. In my old school, I don't think that tech writing was a required course. It is here, but up there, it was basically learn how to do technical writing or fail the labs. Here, the labs are basically just fill in the blank with a conclusion. That's basically just talk about what I told you to talk about. So, the technical writing here is, from what I've seen, I mean, there are some people who are decent at it, but most of them, the vast majority, it's pretty abysmal. So, I did the entirety of the paper and told them, okay, you guys can do the PowerPoint for the presentation. They were like, okay, sounds good. So last night they sent me the PowerPoint that they turned in. It was basically walls of text on each slide, just copied from my report. So that'll be fun. I'm basically gonna go in this morning and tell the professor, hey, heads up, but the PowerPoint is basically just gonna be a bunch of walls of text. So yeah, that was pretty fun. So I've got to somehow pull that presentation off. Oh boy, it'll be fun. And I also did the entire report the morning it was due. Research and everything. I mean, most of the research, I had a couple of websites that I'd found to look at. It was basically just for a schematic of it that I found those research papers. Ours was on the Geiger counter, talking about Geiger-Müller tubes and all sorts of fun stuff. Basically how you... I mean, I thought that you had to include how it works, but from the presentations that have gone so far, it seems like you didn't need to know how it works. Just how to calibrate it, kind of. Which I really couldn't find much about. It was weird. But anyways, back to this stuff. Cthulhu boss, I haven't retried him. I'm probably just gonna give up on that. I'm gonna go finish up. And then just to finish it up, because I don't know if I'll be able to easily defeat him. I mean, I'll give him another try. If I don't beat him, then I'll just go on back to blah. But that won't be this week. I won't have time to record that. I don't think. I might be able to come back here and record some before then, but no promises. Same for One Way Heroics. I'm gonna finish up Cthulhu quickly because it's basically done. There's just that one last dungeon, and then probably just gonna drop One Way Heroics for something else. I do have a list of other things, maybe Pixel Piracy, who knows. I do need to ask some people for permissions. I've already gotten... Well, I probably should double check with... Oh, god damn it, who is it? Same people who did Mark of the Ninja. It's... Oh, they Don't Starve people. I keep wanting to say Platonic, but I really don't think it is. But I'll ask them because it's like a... It's them, and it's not just them, it's them and some other developers who are doing that one. So I'll get permission from them quickly. And... so that shouldn't be too bad. And aside from that, Rocket League, I'm gonna keep doing that single player thing. I think I mentioned Monday I had, well, it's probably gonna go out Monday if I can, today when I'm recording this. But I haven't edited it yet, so we'll see if that goes out Monday. It might go out Tuesday. Might have gone out Tuesday. You'll know, I guess. But the Minecraft growth, since literally the only traffic that gets is from me when Google glitches and thinks that editing the thumbnails and description and things are views. Aside from that, the only traffic that it gets is on the videos that have Steam Controller mentioned in the title. Other than that, it's literally no views, and I mean, it's okay to record, but I don't really enjoy recording it. Like, it's not, and ideally there would be a lot of editing that would go into it, but I just haven't had the time. So they haven't really been what I would have liked to put out quality-wise. So, I mean, I don't really blame people for not wanting to watch it, mainly considering it's Minecraft and has been done to death, and it's just one person playing, so there's just not a whole lot to ramble about. So, there will definitely be a bunch of new stuff coming to the channel soon. So I guess look forward to that. Hopefully that'll be more enjoyable and popular. Finals are coming up, so pretty soon people should be getting out of classes and school and whatnot. So hopefully that will allow more traffic as well. So yeah. Aside from that, I think that's basically it. I mean, there is, like I said last week, I had 2 Fast Food Tycoon 2s and 2 Holy Potatoes already done. They will be going up this week, so the only ones that should be missing, I still got to record Rocket League this morning. And I've got a half an hour to do that, shouldn't be a problem. So the only ones that might be missing, I think, are Cthulhu. Wow, it's a flying Galena. Just alright, there goes $3,000. So yeah. No, you don't. So that's something to look forward to, I suppose. I don't remember what my cell hotkey was for this, but there is like a tutorial kind of on how to add non-Steam games to the library and use the controller to configure the controller, use the controller for games like those. And I think I went through all the menus for the regrowth. I don't think I missed anything. There are all those key bindings. So there's that. And that's on that episode of Regrowth. It's not actually me playing Regrowth, it's literally me going through my key bindings that should have gone out Monday. There's not really a whole lot that I edited, I don't think. So that should be okay. I've just got to do the audio of that this morning, and it should be good. So I'll just grab this hat quickly. That was a really bad cast. Cast this out. What the fuck? This is new. I've never gotten this. Huh. Fish are less aggressive and bomb explosions are smaller. Nah. Haven't seen that one before though. Oops. Hide. Okay, right grip is one of the cell bindings. So I'll leave it there. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of whatever it is you decide to watch them in. Goodbye.